I very much enjoy this hat because its little fins flap.
Bounce your head. Yeah.
This hat's awesome.
I hate you, Josh.
So everybody's ready then?
Well, we're over in live.
I don't know. The drywall.
Yeah, the drywall.
The drywall.
Somebody's not getting their deposit back.
No, Josh, remember, as long as I stay calm, everything will be fine. But if I have to go Super Kyle, I will. Welcome in, everybody, to the ID10T Chat. We are joined by Dawson102 and Triggered AF. I am...
bitch.
What a... Okay. I'm S Angel of Death or Enduring Warrior. And we're going to start out by telling Dawson, shut the fuck up!
Wait, no, big picture mode. Fuck off.
Yeah, that's what you get, karma, bitch. Just for the record, looking you up on Twitch is not exactly the easiest thing in the world.
That's why I like the link.
Your name kind of sucks.
I don't care.
So should we start with why we're late this morning?
No, we shouldn't. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
So Josh showed up actually a half an hour early, so that was pretty cool. And then I was here like 3 hours early, so like that's cool.
I just woke up. I woke up 15 minutes ago, took a shower.
And well, unfortunately, Snyder was unable to join us today. We may be able to go into that one a little bit later, though.
Okay, yeah, I'm like, why the...
I tried to message him about the situation, but I haven't heard anything back yet. Again, why were we late this morning?
I overslept.
Interesting. Well, you being late gave me time to test out a new game this morning. Demo that I ran into. I saw somebody who... Oh, what was it? It was either on YouTube or on Facebook. I saw it. It's called Acts of Blood. And it is like a single A, double A spiritual successor of Sleeping Dogs. It's kind of reminiscent of it. But it's real basic. But it's got a demo out right now. You can go give it a try. I played through the demo. It's actually not too bad. It's something I threw on my wish list. I'm going to keep an eye on. It's got it's a nice fighter that's got like the
potential.
Well, it's if you played Sleeping Dogs, it's the same kind of like stand around and fight hand-to-hand counters. The counters almost remind me a little bit more of like the Batman series than Sleeping Dogs, but the weapons, the animations, they'll make you laugh. I was using a fire axe and I ended up stabbing a dude like through the chest with it, like it was a machete or something like that. It was a good time. And then shooting people with guns is just, it feels fun and that, so it's a good time.
It's a good time. Okay. Well, I mean, we're waiting on what game to release? The fast food simulator?
Oh, the demo that we went in there and absolutely fucking crushed in one fucking go.
Until Snyder joined us. Well, joined chat.
Well,
and then we didn't crush it no more.
Well, there was nothing left to do. We had already gone through all the levels of it. We were just making money at that point.
We didn't even open the drive-thru.
It's because it's not even in there yet.
Oh, it wasn't in?
No.
So why the fuck did you... I thought you could open it.
Yeah, so did I. When I started doing some research into it later on, I found out it was not open. That wasn't a thing. We were sitting there grinding for no reason.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, we'd capped out a long time ago. After you get fries, that's it. You're done.
Oh, well.
How long were you sitting there with the fries?
2 days. 2 days.
I thought we finished out at like level 17.
I don't remember.
Don't remember.
I don't remember.
Speaking of other demos that absolutely crush, Monster Hunter Wilds beta. played that one.
Oh yeah, that looked really good. It looked like World.
That
I'm actually
was
genuinely excited.
yeah. I finally got to actually sit down and give it a shot, like play through it and not be distracted or yelled at to rush through shit, and that was awesome.
I like the look of it. I got to watch it because while he was playing, I was downloading, and uh, it looked good. It looked like World. I was a huge fan of World. Fucking grinded the shit out of it. Got to like New Game Plus Plus. My camera is deciding to fuck off in a different direction, but the look of it, it looks like that it's just a reincarnation of World. So as long as they add new monsters, new not they probably won't add new weapons due to the amount of lore that's behind the weapons they already have. But new monsters to fight, new things to grind, and new opportunities to get my shit teeth knocked in by a fucking dragon for the millionth time.
Well, if you want that, I was gonna say we can all go back and play Monster Hunter Worlds before.
We could do World. I'm not gonna do my fucking bow dance class. I'll do fucking Sword and Shield, or I'll go Insect Lathe. I'll fuck myself and go Insect Lathe.
You know what? That's fine. Maybe it'll force you to slow down and actually have to do something
No,
different.
Insect Lathe is purely based on staying in the air.
Yeah, I know that. The point is, though, is you struggling to do that is going to force you to slow down.
I don't know what you mean. I don't I don't know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a humble teacher. That's still waking up.
I fucking hate it here.
I
I
should have
second that.
bought another monster.
What's that? Monster?
Should have bought a monster.
Monkey.
Monkey.
This chat's brain dead.
I'm brain dead.
So we're now into November.
No Shave November. I can't participate.
Don't
Fucking hate my life. This is about as far as I get because it's a weekend.
worry, boys.
Actually, I have a class coming up that's a week long. Let's go. I gotta do Has class again.
And that means what to us?
Yeah.
Well, for you guys, nothing. To me, I sit at home and do a class.
Oh, so it's a class you have to do at home. Got it.
Yeah, it's web. It's through Zoom, so I get to sit at home and for an entire week by myself and do a fucking class. One of my buddies is heading down to he's heading down to Italy for the class. He's gonna sit on a beach and do it. I was like, that motherfucker.
Well,
I
that's
would
a way to
join
do
you.
it.
That is a way to do it.
So apart from that being what's going on in November, we've got Farming Sim.
Hello.
No.
I'm so excited.
I'm
You get
surprised
new
I'm surprised that you wanted to go on about your class and No Shave November and not on about Farming Sim.
I'm excited for Farm Sim. All right.
When does
Don't
it
get
come
me
out
wrong.
then?
The 12th.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure. I've been keeping an eye on it.
Are you sure there's no like 3 days early access if you buy the Ultimate Edition or whatever?
Last time I went down that path, I got fucked. So I'm not going down that path. For Farm Sim 2024, 2022, whatever one's out now, 2022, I got fucked down that path and I had to go buy it off of Giants Engine just to get it early. So I'm not looking down that route again. Because
I ended up getting that one to play with y'all. We only played it like maybe twice.
Well, you can blame me for that one. The 36 gigs of mods that I have installed currently.
Yep. That all came down to two things. One, it was, no, we'll set up the server as soon as I have all of the mods. Don't worry, guys. We'll get all of the mods, and then we'll set up the server. So we sat there and waited for how long? I think it was roughly a year. Maybe it was 9 months. We sat there and waited for all of the mods that Dawson wanted. The mods finally come out. It is 36 gigs in a zip file that we have to download.
I do remember this now.
And then his solution. Oh, I'll upload it to, what was it? Mega Share?
No, that was Farm Sim 19. That was Mega Share.
Oh, that was the what was it, 28 gigs or whatever that you had?
Yeah, that was like 20. That was like 2 games worth of gigs.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
This one, I think we were gonna try and do like a My Passport. I just never purchased the My Passport. Basically, the little at-home server, which
So-
honestly is probably what I'm gonna end up doing, because you get faster download speed that way.
So what I'm voting is the next time Dawson has no choice in any of the mods. It's just me and Kyle that throw the shit together, and he can suck it up.
Hear me out. Hear me out. We could just start a server, vanilla. I know that's a scary
Honestly,
word. I know it's a scary word.
Well, with what's coming out, I mean, you got terrain deformation, so that's already in game. Now, all it's gonna do, and what I hope is gonna come out, is a couple of the mods that I really, really liked for 2019, not 2019, 2022, was that you could basically terraform the ground with bulldozers, backhoes, and everything like that. So instead of going into the menu to terraform, you can just pull out a bulldozer and terraform, which made it a little bit more better, little bit more realistic.
I thought that's
But
what was
it
going
was
on.
cool. Nah, with the terrain deformation, I think it's just tires and stuff that deform the terrain. I'm not 100% sure on how in depth the terrain deformation is.
I'm gonna be fucked.
If that does come out, that would be a huge stepping stone. And Farm Sim really isn't all about the farming at that point, because then you're gonna get the maps with the mining, you're gonna get the maps with everything. Yeah, there's huge amounts of maps with mining. Like when I was done with 2019, you were doing everything: transportation, logistics, um, mining, coal, iron, steel, like making it into steel, making steel beams for road construction, bridge construction, building construction, like
That was all
everything
your
was there.
mods though. So
That was all
makes
mods, and then
yeah.
2022 came out and it added that terrain deformation mod, which made it so you could like have a gold mine going on. So you were playing what was that? The gold mine simulator fucking thing, the one that's based off the TV show, Gold Rush.
Oh,
It was basically turned it into like that. And then 2024 hopefully will turn around and expand on terrain deformation. You already have construction coming into the game where you can build your own houses. You have to bring the materials, the raw materials, to the house. I don't know how in depth it is. I've only seen little bits and screenshots of it. So hopefully that will come more into play. And if not, mods will definitely expand on that front of building.
So again, about vanilla.
Vanilla will be fun. You get the rice. There's shitloads of crops now.
How about the planes?
Yeah, you get to fly planes, crop dusters.
I believe
So
helicopters.
again,
is
that
also a
that
thing.
opens, just hearing planes and the mechanics of that coming in piques my interest.
Piques your interest.
Oh.
I'm excited, dude. I already know there's gonna be a mod that adds the little bird. I'm gonna be flying around in an orange safety little bird, harassing the hell out of Josh.
Well, it also opens
I
up.
can see that you're driving around at the beacon lights. Please pull over right now, Josh. Yeah, right. Yeah, that purple semi. That's it. We're gonna pull it over now.
So,
No, I'm gonna need you to go a little bit further.
but that also, I fucking hate you. It also opens up for logging at the same time.
logging.
Because if you can get a helicopter, the logging you could do with the helicopter as well.
Ah, you're right. We'll have
So-
Josh fly one helicopter upside down, and
I was
I'll be on
questioning
top
Josh
of
flying.
it. And as we'll go, he'll kind of be
No.
like a pendulum that swings through the forest, chopping all the trees down. That's a good idea. I like it.
That's one way to do it. But 2024, it looks promising. New engine, new everything. I dislike that they're doing another new engine.
Isn't that how it works?
You just look through the forest. What the fuck's going on over there? Just make sure the safety helicopter isn't around.
I just picture the two choppers start to spiral and spin out of fucking control.
It's just gonna look like it's just gonna be doing one of these, going through the forest, just taking trees
Exactly.
out. So what the hell is that amalgamation going through? You can see the logs shooting off into the distance every which way.
It's just the
And
loggers.
we broke the
back at it
game.
again.
Yeah, they're over there just logging.
And then you know what you're actually gonna have going on? I will get onto my fucking chair. And just
Praying to God. At least
Praying
this
to the
game.
OSHA gods.
If I get the money, I'm putting $400 aside to start setting up the sim rig.
Jesus.
Because they have the chair back in stock near me. That will get set up, and
What
then the
chair?
monitor that's currently sitting up here. It's the one where I can mount the steering wheel and everything too. And then I gotta fabricate a way to put the farm sim arm on it. It's the one I sent you like months ago. They had in stock. Logitech makes it. It's just a little chair, but it'll sit next to me over here, and hopefully I can just set it up and be good to go. And then I don't have to sit here and fucking hook up my steering wheel and everything like that. I can just throw a USB hub over here and wire it all up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a little more work than that.
I don't got much work.
Well, my monitor's larger than yours.
This isn't a dick measuring contest.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm not worried about the monitor size.
Sorry, what was that? 49-inch ultra wide? Sorry, fully immersed in a fucking tractor,
49
bitch.
I was about to say I'm only 10 inches less. I think I got a 39-inch ultra wide.
I think that that 10 inches makes a pretty big difference there, Dawson. I can see both my mirrors at the same time. What about you?
It's not about size. It's about how you use your monitor.
And I use it by finding all of your safety violations and keeping the farm safe.
I don't know what you mean.
While watching me tomahawk out of control in the corner.
No, my favorite's when I always have Dawson stop and I'm nagging him about some dumb shit. Like, Dawson, you're not wearing a safety helmet and that's over your head. You need to be wearing a safety helmet. Like, you want me to go to the house and change my character's appearance so he has a fucking helmet while I am lifting this for 30 seconds. Yes. It's unsafe for you to be out here underneath that without a helmet. Meanwhile, there is Josh, no shit, full bore with a tractor trailer hauling ass down the highway. Tries to make a turn.
No, it wasn't a highway.
Boom, 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 boom.
It wasn't a highway. We were doing the logging map. There were no roads. He was going full bore on the side of a mountain.
We made a highway.
We made roads, bro. There were definitely roads. I don't know what you're talking about. There were roads. They were still roads.
Self-made roads.
They were still roads, though.
I'm still hearing self-made road. There's
Yeah.
still road.
All I'm hearing was he was on the designating driving path.
There you go. I can live with that one.
He was
But
on.
no,
He was on. This would be the road.
I remember
The road.
fresh area we cut because he bitched at me about where my logs were.
The road.
And then he just comes full bore, and it was a big dip. It was down and up, and all you just see is Josh ramp his fucking truck over the second one and keep going. And then he's like, "Why do I roll so much? I wonder why."
You know what I think it was? I think it was.
Deliveries needed to be made.
I think it was the road that was the problem there. We probably
I
should have
didn't
smoothed
build
out the
shit.
road. So
Yes,
you
you
probably
probably
see. So the problem is that you didn't fix the road, Dawson. So
I
this
wasn't
all
road
comes back
fixer.
to you. This all comes back to you not fixing the road.
No, it comes back to I was getting bitched left and right. Hey, why do we have left logs? Hey, why are all the logs in different piles? Hey, why is this like this? Hey, why is this? And I'm then safety man's over here like, you need a fucking helmet. I'm like, bitch, I get yelled at enough in fucking real life about safety. Don't bitch at me in game about safety.
But I'm the safety guy. I don't know what you want me to
I don't
do.
give a fuck. I'm getting bitched at left, right, and center of like, go fuck yourself at this point is where I'm sitting.
Well, you should have had a helmet on. I don't know what the problem is. He at least had his beacons on while he was flying through the air. I don't know what the problem is.
I really hope I can find a
Everything
mod
was
that
strapped down. His lights were on. His beacons were on. He had his seatbelt on. His volume was at an adequate level, so he wasn't distracted while driving. Don't know what the problem was.
You know what I need? I need BeamNG Drive and FarmSim to combine.
No. Please,
Uh,
no.
Now you see Josh's reaction.
Please,
Yeah.
no.
Give me the BeamNG physics of cars with Farm Sim, because then I will sit here and be like, oh hey Josh, why did we break another $200,000 truck? I jumped it and bent the frame into a J.
What do you mean?
I rolled it and now there's no cab.
What do you mean bent the frame into the J? I jumped it. There's no cab. There's nothing but compression.
Yeah, like I was going as fast as I could.
Wheels left. They're just scattered in the forest, but I still have them.
All right, Josh, you go collect all of the wheels by hand, and you can put the trailer back together.
I wish we had recordings of this shit. I have no footage of this Farm Sim.
The problem
Then you
is
could
like all of
post
the.
edit.
I was gonna say all of the nonsense either happens like the first 10 minutes of us playing, and we're already like, oh fuck, I forgot to record, or it's like way late into recording because all of us are uber brain dead and tired, and we're sitting there at like 4 a.m. and it's like, just one more delivery and I can get off. And that's why Josh is hammered down, passed out of the wheel.
I have no defense.
Why is the truck flying through the air? Josh, what are you doing? Josh. Josh. Huh? Oh, fuck.
And then you wake me up, which panicked jerks, and then that's where the problems come out.
Blaming us.
I think
I was cruising perfectly fine, sailing.
Just for the record, cruising perfectly fine. I have seen him in a tree. Sitting in the tree. Josh, you able to get down? Well, I can get out, but the truck's not moving. All right, hang on. Dawson!
Get over here and fix it.
We're going to need saws. I'm afraid if we cut one tree at the wrong time, this is all going to come down bad. So let's do it together. We'll cut these two and then these two. Josh, don't come down.
Stay.
What? Hit the gas?
Next set of trees.
Yeah.
And now we have a new road that goes up the mountain.
Right.
See, I'm just here planning future roads. It's fine.
I'm just up here scouting, guys. That looks like a great area.
Looks great.
It's fantastic.
Just
Fantastic.
3/4 the way upside down, at a good fucking angle like that. Just, over to there.
Hey, have you guys
want to
looked
point.
at the world from this angle? This is wild. This world is beautiful. You should see it up here. You should come up here sometime.
No, I'm trying to recover a truck.
Yeah, whatever you say, Josh. I'm in the middle of truck recovery.
Speaking of that, I could see Roadcraft being like that with us. With the amount of logistics that's going to have to go on and the amount of fuckery I'm going to have to do, I can see it.
So,
Josh, hey, where are you at? Oh, I'm stuck. How are you stuck? Oh, yeah, no, I saw a river and it looked like it's shallow enough. So I brought all the materials through because it was a shortcut to the job site. And now the materials are floating down the river. We need a crane, and I've rolled 7 times.
I was thinking kind of the same thing of like, Josh, what are you doing right now? I kind of need you to come help me with this. I'm stuck. Define stuck. Never mind. What's never mind? Well, I don't have a boat, but I'm kind of in a boat.
I'm floating.
Stop giving me flashbacks of SnowRunner.
By the way, guys, we're going to need new materials. So, Dawson, you might want to start cutting new logs.
Yeah. But I'm waiting on the fucking asphalt for this one road.
Asphalt. So then going into that, I guess we could talk about the SnowRunner update where they gave everybody a little bit more information, where the main aspect of the game is not going to be kind of like SnowRunner, where you're focused on like hauling through the mud and getting the cargo from point A to point B. It's going to be a bit more strategic, and you're going to be focusing on like disaster relief and being like the initial response, and then you're coordinating all of the logistics and handling all the strategies on that end.
I did
From
see
what
Great.
from what I was reading, and it like I personally been going back and forth on it. I'm like, am I going to enjoy this? Am I not going to enjoy this? Because like
I'm going to enjoy the fuck out of it.
see, I could see you enjoying it playing solo, but I don't know about multiplayer because when we all play together, like I normally end up being a lot more of like logistics, banking, accountant kind of a thing, and you just go robot mode. I'm doing shit. Things
Well, yeah,
get
because I don't have to
done.
worry about it. If you have to sit there and say, "Hey, Dawson, you're worried about logistics," then I can't go into robot mode. The reason I go into robot mode is because I don't have to worry about dick all.
So we just have to lie to you until they tell you that you have to worry about logistics.
Basically, trick my brain into saying, "Hey, it's just logistics you have to deal with." Because I'm good at that. I'm good at the logistics side of things.
All right,
You know,
Dawson.
transportation fever,
You're fucked up now.
satisfactory. Yeah, no, just trick my brain and say, "Hey, this is your job. Deal with this." Okay,
Well,
will do.
you heard him, Josh. Now we
Josh.
know how to do this. Now we just got to give him like really, really grindy logistic bullshit to slow him down.
That's easy. You're talking to the person that went from level 1 to level 34 in 2 days on New World.
Is that
That's
impressive?
that's not logistics anything. That's just go in
No,
circle,
the-
hit rock.
There's some logistics in it.
Yeah,
I have to
I'm
choose my
sure-
circle wisely.
I'm sure circles have some sort of logistics. Oh yeah, there's an O and O's are circle, so like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
got to be like
logistics. It was more about the grind, not the logistic part.
That's
Yeah.
just robot mode. That's the thing we all know you do.
Yeah, I can do logistics and robot mode.
There
Sometimes.
was no logistics to that.
I got a plan when I need to go back to camp to drop my resources. And when it
There
fits
is no
in,
planning. It's just robot. Oh, I'm way too much. I'll just throw this. All right, teleport.
he's got you there.
hit a buff. We'll figure it out. Hit a buff. We'll figure it out.
Since we're talking about your grinding issues, Dawson, do you want to talk about Black Ops 6?
I will. That game surprised the fuck out of me. I've fallen in love with the new zombies. There's a little kinks and quirks that it needs to work its life out. But zombies mode as a whole, great bones. Love the replayability with the augments. Their fucking killing is not hard. The only issue I have that just pisses me off to no extent. It doesn't piss me off, it's just an annoyance at this part. It's like a gnat that won't fuck off. And you can't kill it because it just keeps coming back. You think you kill it and you think you're good. And then next round, there's 7 more. The fucking boss zombies, manglers, Mr. Hansy. I don't actually know his name.
The Abomination.
No, the Abomination's the dog. The other one.
Oh, the Amalgamation. That's what it is.
Amalgamation. The amount they spawn at the high rounds is fucking ridiculous. We did an area. We were on Terminus, and I had a window covered, and Kyle wasn't getting any of them. I killed 12, and I think we were on round like 38 to 40. I killed 12 by myself. And just when you're getting into that high round, it takes about a mag and a half of whatever the fuck gun you're using to just kill them.
Well, what about
So you have
what was it? Liberty Falls last night when it was just us 3. There was what was it? I think 8 of them up by the church at that one point when I
there
was
were
up there
8 of
with
them by the
Josh.
church and 3 abominations
Yeah, that was
we had on map.
that was ridiculous. By the way, did you see with the patch notes that came out? If you use score streaks to take out the boss zombies now, they don't drop anything.
I don't give a fuck.
No. Think about that for a second, though. They
Like,
don't drop anything.
That's awful. That is
Yeah.
awful, but at the same time, it's like still, I'll use a fucking chopper gun to get rid of those abominations at some point.
Well,
I
it's the
had
only
beer
option.
last night.
Like that is eventually the only option you run into because the damage of the guns don't do enough.
I think the abominations are annoying because you got to constantly shoot them in the head, and they don't seem to open their head enough.
Yeah, they don't open their head enough.
And
Even
then
if you have an insta kill with their heads being open, it doesn't do enough damage. Like it goes through them, but on the high rounds, it doesn't do shit. It's like, oh, hey, yeah, you're still gonna kill the head after you've dropped an entire mag into them, but after that, you're just, hey, let me hit you with this BB gun. Eventually, you'll go down after 3 mags.
okay, so you got your quirks, but what are the things that you're absolutely loving?
I love the augments, weapon upgrades, the gameplay itself, the bones of the structure, everything that they had in Cold War that I really loved came over and they improved upon it. It's not like a normal COD where it came over and they just fucking dragged it through the fucking dirt. No, they came through and they were like, "All right, cool. All the features we loved came through and now are here. Especially the fucking new gravity ammo mod. Fucking mint. I like watching the zombies just fall out of the fucking sky when you get a good horde of them and it activates. It's oddly satisfying.
I will say I love when that happens when you're shooting like manglers and stuff. They just disappear, and then you hear them smash down.
You're like, oh, bye bye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I am multiplayer. Played a little bit of it. It still has MMR, so every now and then when you go really hard, you know you're about to have like 3 bad games in a row because you raised your MMR. But other than that, it's not hard to get kills. It feels like Modern Warfare when we were playing it, where you could go and troll and still get kills, and it's fun. It's not the best multiplayer that we played, but it's still fun. I haven't had any complaints besides the zombie bosses and the MMR. Those are my 2 biggest complaints. Oh, also no, another complaint I have that well, I realized that when I was talking about it, fucking drop rates for like max ammo, nukes and shit like that. I get max armor every 5 fucking minutes, but I can't get a max ammo to save my goddamn life.
Maybe you
I
should just
think
carry the gobble gum with you all the time.
I'm gonna have to, but at the same time, it shouldn't be that much of a bitch and a half to get a goddamn max ammo.
I think you're just getting old, and you're not as good as you think you were.
I've made significant improvements, all right, compared to Cold War when I was averaging 1 to 2 downs around a game to this, where my last game, depending on the severity of my lag drops, keyword on that, usually I do well.
Oh yeah, by the way, Call of Duty says you have to turn off your hacks, or otherwise you're gonna get banned.
It'll buff.
So what about you, Josh? You finally got to jump into it with us last night for, I think, what was it, a game or two? What was your thoughts?
I don't usually play zombies,
I know.
so
Well, I know
I don't
that.
have a whole lot of thoughts on like oh, it's improved this or this is so much better than that.
You are our fresh noob perspective.
I was gonna say, but for someone that doesn't really enjoy zombies, I was actually enjoying it. It wasn't that bad. The bosses was definitely a thing that I was not a fan of, though. Just the sheer numbers of them. Like
How do you feel about the
I just
spiders?
run in my circle and aim for the heads. I'm fine. I'll do that. But the second you have 6 of the what are the marauders or whatever that are shooting their balls that go through like walls or vehicles and stuff like that, like the only times that I went down the second round that we played were because of the Marauders and being hit by at least 3 of them immediately.
Yeah, they're an ass.
They'll get your butt. They'll get your
Like,
butt.
I don't have a whole lot of complaints for like the movement or anything because I know that was a big thing that a lot of people have been talking about is like, oh, the movement.
Well, I think
I
it's playing against other players that they're having the
Yeah.
issue because people are uber sweaty online.
Yeah. Multiplayer, it gets you got Save Me, Mr. President, people dolphin diving around fucking corners, and you got the drop shotters, you got the dolphin divers, you got fucking everybody out there just trying to be the next phase clan, and it's people that work a 9 to 5 don't really just enjoy that all
What-
too well.
Well, maybe you should just get better or like play worse. Pick one.
I'll play worse. just so eventually I can just have fun. I'll just play worse so I can have fun.
Hmm.
Drop my MMR, have fun,
Mm-hmm.
do it the manual way.
So, do you actually agree with what the critics gave the game? Because I believe
I don't
I
know
believe
what the critic gave him.
so. I do believe when I was looking, I saw one of the reviews that gave Black Ops 6 overall a 9, or maybe it was a campaign that received a 9. I could be wrong about that. And
I
then,
heard the campaign was good.
and then I believe the zombies has received an 8.
I
Don't recall what I saw for multiplayer.
I don't. Zombies is I don't know where to give that on a scale. I mean, because it has its quirks, it has its issues, but at the same time, replayability is there because you got the augment research. But again, I could also see at the same time where once you have all the augment research, you have all the camos and everything. There's no replayability. There's nothing to do besides the Easter egg or just fuck off with friends.
No, I disagree because I think there's quite a bit of what do you call them? Calling cards and stuff like that that you can work on getting. And
Yeah,
then,
the secret calling cards.
and then there's a decent amount of camos you can work on. The only thing is with some of those
Breathe.
weapons, it feels that you fly through those camos. Where like the snipers might drag a little bit, but a lot of them you're hammering out real fast.
I mean, yeah, there's enough content there for, well, I would say a while, but as people have been posting on TikTok, YouTube, and everywhere fucking else under the sun, they're fucking flying through it. Like, I mean, someone's already max prestige. There's someone that already has all the fucking camos. I'm waiting for the next one to pop up on my feed. That's I've unlocked all the calling cards, and it's for me. There's enough content to last me 8-9 months. It's enough to last me the $100 and some odd I spent on the game until Pharmacy comes out on November
I do
12th.
agree that some of the guns, at least, are very easy to get those camos. Because the 2 matches we played last night, I got at least 4 or 5 different camos. When I'm not
Yeah.
even going for camos, I was just trying to not go down. That was all I was going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps that all the camos are all the way up until your specialty camos are all just headshots. So you got to get 2,000 headshots each weapon. You unlock the specialty camos, and then you got to read and see what you got to do. Which those usually aren't that hard. Besides the one fucking gun I got that I'm working on, which is you have to use a tactical. They have to be distracted by your tactical or phased by your tactical, and then you have to kill them.
Oh, what gun is that?
It's the third LMG. Not
That-
LMG, third assault rifle.
You're just not used to doing that because I do that a lot with the sniper.
I don't throw a tactical usually. Usually I'd never have a tactical because I usually carry the black hole device. I call it the Gurge device, but it's not the Gurge device.
Mm-hmm.
But usually I'm carrying that, and it's usually pretty good for saving people's asses. And then it's like, oh hey, yeah, you need to throw a fucking concussion, smoke, or distraction. Forget the other name.
Well, that would
of
still
the-
technically count. You just have to shoot them before they hit the portal. Just as
Usually
they're
when I
getting
throw
sucked
those
in.
motherfuckers, it's not, oh, hey, yeah, shoot them before they hit the portal. No, it's save the motherfucker that's down,
Well,
if I remember I have them.
just use them more often.
I should. I'm a hoarder. I hoard them, and then I forget that I have them, and then I go down because I'm saving someone and forget I have them.
So here's the thing I think you forgot to mention was you can stack 3 gobble gums. You can pack them. You can have them in your pocket waiting. That's something that I really enjoy. No, pocket them.
You said pack.
Yeah, I do.
Leave him alone, Dawson.
I'm the one waking up. You
I
guys have been here for
corrected
3
myself instantaneously. We don't need to fucking do this.
hours. We don't need to do it.
Dawson,
I've also only been up
I'm
an
gonna get
hour.
shot. Oh,
at least people can show up on time, Dawson.
fuck off.
And early at that.
You remember, if you're not 15 minutes early, you're late.
The one time Josh shows up early.
If you're not 15 minutes early, you're
Yeah,
late.
never gonna fucking let you forget it, bitch.
Usually it's like 10 o'clock we do this, and I'm like, oh, hey, right after podcast, I got to go to fucking bed because we start at 10 and usually end at midnight.
What do you
it's
mean?
Like, oh, I have work in the morning. The first time we did this,
that was the first time we did it on a random day to get. That's the test episode. We literally said that wasn't the normal day. I don't know why you expected that. We literally filmed the other one on the planned day at the planned time.
I'm retarded.
You almost literally got a backstory of you having IBS and shitting so much that you ruined the footage, and that's why we can't use it on the other one. Speaking of which, I should probably talk about that.
Yeah,
we have run into a little bit of an issue with the recording. With on my side, I think where I was storing my footage. Unfortunately, the hard drive is dying, so I had to transition to storing it onto an SSD. Might have been a bit overdue for that. So I've got bad footage, audio's corrupt, video's corrupt. I'm gonna try and piece things together as I can and cut out segments where I can, but it's not cooperating. And then the other side of it is Dawson's footage is missing a really nice segment on the worst games that we played. He dies right as Snyder starts talking, and and doesn't come back until right after I am talking about premonition. So
I thought you were talking about Josh's deleted footage.
Oh, and that.
I don't know where that one went.
Yes, so the story that we had about Josh last week where he gets frustrated during Tarkov and gets blown away by a scav with a shotgun. Somehow Dawson lost the footage. It's gone. It just disappeared. Poof, gone.
I have the proof that it did just poof and vanish because it was being currently edited into a segment of Josh's Rage Sesh. And Adobe can't even find it. So I don't know where the fuck it went. Like,
so unfortunate as it may be, we may have to put out the first episode at a later point, or with in like segments, and then if I can piece everything back together, we'll get it out in one whole thing. But for the time being, it will be It was a temporary stream exclusive, and I'll figure out how to piece it together, and hopefully this one can go up on a normal timeline.
Hopefully, he says hopefully.
Well, it's difficult. Sometimes things don't cooperate.
Well, I'm gonna take us to a topic that's games that shit the bed during the Next Fest. Delta Force. A game we all looked at and said, we really hope you do well. To everybody out there, we did some digging on Delta Force. The company that makes it is Team Jade. That company name does not sound very familiar. Yes, we all knew that from the beginning. Team Jade, though, has two other very famous games under their belt. Call of Duty Mobile and Assault Force. Now, you might be wondering, why are these games famous? Well, mobile, you probably already know, but Assault Force, that one we don't know. They're both mobile games. Now, Assault Force is China's #1 first-person shooter game on the phone. Secondly, it is riddled with advertisements, as is Call of Duty Mobile.
Microtransactions.
It is whatever. Both ads and microtransactions. They're riddled with it. Now, it's a mobile game. Yes, cool. But what you're sitting over here promising on one end is like, oh, we're not going to do this compared to your previous track record and already seeing it coming in game. Towards the end of it, yes, you could see it coming down the road. When we were playing the beta, hackers were a big thing as well towards the end of the demo version of it. So I did digging into their anti-cheat. Their anti-cheat software is built in-house. It is also being only used on Delta Force. Other than that, there's no information on the anti-cheat, no level of security, no level of what it does, where it goes into your system to dig for things. It does none of the sort. So, other than that, we don't know what it does, where it comes from. They just built it. Because Call of Duty Mobile and Assault Force both use different anti-cheats. And with the end of the demo that we played towards the last couple days, it was not fun to play. Now, when you have a title that's claiming to be, oh, I'm going to tear down the throne of Battlefield and show you what it should be, this, shouldn't be an issue with, saying we're, big company, we make these #1 games in China. Yes. But you're trying to tear something down. Don't do this route. Also, at the same time, what was the other thing? TGA. I talked about the hackers. There was one more thing I wanted to talk about with Delta Force, and I completely forgot what it was.
All right. Well, I'm going to come in here with a little bit of a rebuttal because while you may want to go after them for being originally mobile developers and having games riddled with microtransaction, that's kind of the same story that was with Black Myth Wukong. And they came out and put out a badass game that didn't have the microtransactions. Granted, yes, they came out and were actually selling the game outright and stuff like that. I believe Delta Force is supposed to be a free to play. But it doesn't mean that they can't go the proper monetization route and stuff like that, because they've talked a little bit about their plans for it, and it's supposed to be, I believe it's going to be like weapon skins and operator skins.
So what Call of Duty does.
Yeah, along the lines of like Call of Duty Mobile, but I don't think there's anything that's actually going to like affect gameplay that's going to be locked behind money.
If they go down the route, then I will retract my statement. But
Dawson has lost all faith.
Oh,
Dawson's lost
no.
all faith in Delta Force.
I have lost all faith because I remember what I was going to talk about. China currently has the game. We don't get it until December.
I did forget about that part.
Yeah,
they well.
So that's,
I don't know if they have it currently, but they are getting things prior to us. So a lot of the stuff that we're going to be getting, they'll already have. It'll kind of get spoiled for us. There won't be a sense of like community discovery and progression kind of a thing.
Yeah. China already has, from what I heard, or not heard, but from what I read, is China gets it in November. We get it at the end of December.
Beginning of December, I believe. December 5th, I think it drops.
Oh, I thought it was 25th.
I could be
Christmas.
wrong. They both
I
got
know there's
fives.
a 5th in it. They both got 5. My numbering can't do well. But either way, like, China gets it first. We get it second. I'm not harping on them too much because, I mean, we've seen other developers go down the rabbit hole of, oh, you pay for our game, you get it first. But at the same time, when the whole country gets it first, and then you're like, oh, hey, the other countries get it. But that also could due to translation issues, something like that down the road. But I'm not 100% sure on that.
Most of the time, this usually happens with like MMO games and stuff like that. And it's a double-edged sword. Like, because if you think about it, right, they get it first. They have to deal with all of the actual bugs, optimization issues, blah blah blah. And then once we get it, it's all flushed out and fixed. So it's like,
hopefully.
Yeah, well,
hopefully.
It's until you get it, and once you get it, Dawson, then you're gonna fucking break it.
Allegedly.
I don't know if we have to throw allegedly on that one. I've seen you break it. I've seen you break every. Wait, no. I actually remember trying to boot it up with you during the demo, and you literally click play and go, and it broke. And we're like, what do you mean it broke? It's just broke. I clicked play and it didn't work. It launched, it crashed, and now I gotta fix it.
Yeah, I had to validate files. I remember now.
You literally just clicked play for the first time and it broke. How?
We don't ask the questions we don't want the answers to.
Well, on that, I think we're still gonna end up giving it a shot one way or another.
I think I'll give it a shot. It's free to play. I'll definitely give it a shot down the road when it does come out, and then probably down the road again when things have been more fleshed out. I'm just not I'm not as hopeful as I once was.
Well,
Just because I've seen a lot of these free to play games do well in the beginning and then just fizzle out. Another game we should probably retest at some point. What was that one with the fucking bunny costume thing?
First Ascendant.
Yeah.
First Descendant. That's another one we should probably try to see if anything's
Revisit.
fixed itself. Yeah, revisit that one. I want to revisit Return to Moria, Lord of the Rings game. Love being a dwarf. Love going down and diggy hole.
Yeah, maybe this time we won't get a shit seed and you won't break my game.
I didn't break you, bitch.
You did.
I don't remember this.
You know,
Photos or didn't happen.
I still have the save file that doesn't work right.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But
I can pull all this shit up. I got receipts, bitch.
what is another game that I wish to replay?
Oh, you want to revisit Lords of the Fallen with me?
No, fuck that game in
Yes.
its entirety.
Yes.
I mean, I might revisit it if if I hit something and it doesn't take like 2 seconds to register that I hit the motherfucker.
Here's the thing. They have put a lot of work into making that game better. So, unfortunately, I have tried to go back and revisit it. Like, I'm just going to boot up my old character and see if I can play from where I was. Bad idea. You just got to restart from zero. It's the only way. So, I'm going to have to restart.
5 minutes in game, I think I was.
I wasn't. I was a little
5
ways in,
minutes.
and that game fucking sucked the first time I played. I hated it. I couldn't fucking stand it.
I hated it.
It was honest to God miserable.
We had connection issues. Then when we finally got it connected, you couldn't do any boss fights because halfway through my shots would never connect, or it would show the boss in a different location than where I saw the boss.
Yeah, the desync became a big issue during boss events, and then just the overabundance of enemies. Oh my God, the enemy density was just it was too fucking much. It's like, and the worst part was like there were so many enemies, but you were getting so little XP. It was like 2 souls per fucking kill. It was miserable. So
it was rough.
But the parrying in that game felt really good. Like, so fucking good. So I kind of want to go back. Me.
Just either avoid or tank. Do more damage than they do to you.
Calm down, horny bonk.
Horny bonk.
I think we should.
Fuck down.
I think we should make him play with us.
Yeah, he would love it.
Oh, I think maybe Josh.
I do need more footage for the rage clip, so.
Don't worry, we can go back through Elden Ring co-op mod
or
with the
Tarkov.
DLC.
Tarkov.
I don't know about revisiting Tarkov.
Make him run factory. I need to re-get my footage.
So since we're on revisiting games, though, and we're not gonna bully Josh about his rage at the moment, we can circle back around to that, Dawson.
I missed him.
Oh, he's losing it again, Josh. So
I have a really bad gnat issue, and they're really bad here in Germany. I left the fucking window open, and they got in. So I have to figure out a way to kill these motherfuckers.
So you're the Gnat King.
Fucking apparently.
Asmongold's the Roach King, and you're the Gnat King.
Apparently, but they are awful. I fucking hate gnats.
I also despise them. There's a lot in South Carolina as well.
But you don't have an issue with them all over your house, inside the house, do you, Josh? You're not the king of them, so they don't all live with you.
No. I'm just, I don't know, a lower end, not even royalty, just someone there.
Oh, okay.
He's the bard of court.
I was gonna say Chester, and I was like, nah. But then you gotta say it, so I guess.
He's like, I don't want it, but I'll own it.
It is what it is.
There might be 1 to 2 flying around here. I just gotta entertain them.
I just wave my arms at them sometimes, and then they leave. It's a pretty good time.
Yeah.
That one's Carl, and that one's Steve. All right,
As long as they don't mate, we golden.
So revisiting games, right? We've got Payday 3. Apparently, that's had a ton of work done to it.
Better.
It's allegedly much better.
Allegedly.
Expeditions. That's the.
I don't even own that one. I gifted it to you.
I really wish you wouldn't have. So I'll have to return the kindness to you, Dawson.
Damn it!
And to you, Josh. And we will have to visit Expeditions. Because it's still mixed reviews. But they put in work, so...
Allegedly.
No, there's patch notes. I would like to say that I want to like the game. I do. It's another snow runner, mud runner kind of thing.
Oh, that was one that I had downloaded and off of like Game Pass and hadn't even opened yet.
What, Expeditions?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
I saw that it was like the SnowRunner-esque and was like, all right, cool. Let's see what that's about. And I haven't even opened it yet.
So I believe that was actually like one of the last streams I ended up doing on my own channel was I booted up Expeditions. I was ready to play it. I started doing the tutorial and I remember at one point I stopped and I just like looked at the camera. I was like, I hate this game. This game fucking sucks. This is fucking dumb. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I was like, I gotta get out of here.
And do another game.
I'm sorry, guys. We're not playing Expeditions. This sucks.
Yeah, one of the last, few times I've been on in the last couple of weeks, I was just by myself scrolling through Game Pass of like, what fucking things are on here? And I was like, Expeditions, what the hell's that? And it was like, oh, it's SnowRunner-esque. We'll give it a try. Downloaded it, and it's just sitting in my library.
Well, there you go, Dawson. We don't even have to have you purchase it. You can just get it off of Game Pass. We'll try it that way. If we don't like it, bye-bye. That way nobody even loses money. Good time.
I like not losing money.
I think
Half of
I
my
also
fucking Steam account.
I think I also want to go back and revisit Enshrouded without I don't know, the copious amount of race cars and different people telling different things on what's going on, and I don't know. Last time got fucking way too chaotic, way too fast. I got fucking just lost, left behind, and went, you know what? I don't fucking care. Bye-bye.
I wasn't the race car on this one. I just want to point that out.
I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just saying.
Well,
What
usually when you say
happened?
race car, it's me.
I said race cars. I threw an S at the end.
I didn't race car that.
There were
game.
multiple cars. That's all I'm gonna say. There was more than one car. By the way, race car backwards is still race car.
Well, that's it for me. All right.
That's all it takes to break his brain, Josh.
It's not hard to break this brain. All right. You gotta do
Pterodactyl.
pterodactyl. God, I hate you. Person that's never seen pterodactyl. How the fuck do you know what the fuck that's supposed to say? It's like looking at pneumonia. It's like, how the
Oh God, I
fuck is
loved
that?
when I did that to you with pneumonia.
I was like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, that's pneumonia. I'm like, why the fuck does it start with a P? And like 5 other letters that are silent in the beginning, and then you get to the pneumonia. And you're like, no, that bitch is phenomia.
Pneumonia.
Like, you look at it and it's like, oh, that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. Phenomia. So like you got pterodactyl also starts with a fucking P. And it's like, what the fuck is that supposed to be? Oh, it looks like how it's supposed to be spelled. Pterodactyl. It's not fucking pterodactyl. It's pterodactyl.
I don't know. It sounds like you kind of say the P in the beginning of it, though.
No. God, I hate the English language. I hate the English language. It's like, oh yeah, if these sets of fucking letters are combined, it's like coding. In all honesty, it's like if this set is combined, it makes this silent. So then you have to go over to this set of words and read it aloud, and usually that's when you get your word. That's how I should look at English as like coding, but I I break my brain.
How do normal people normally figure that out? Like when you get to the point of like you're reading a word, you're not supposed to, you're not sure which context it's supposed to be. Do most people just kind of keep reading on and then go back and be like, oh, it was this word all along? Or are most
No,
people
I
just
just-
like not that dumb and they just know what's going on?
No.
What's that
no.
like?
That'd be great to live that life.
Yeah, it's just a genuine question. Hey, fun fact, I found out I learned how to do PEMDAS wrong when I was in high school. Like,
How the fuck did you
What?
do that?
my teacher actually taught us to do it incorrectly. They taught us the old method. So like when you sit down,
What's the new method?
so when you sit down and you do it, right? So fuck, we're gonna have to get like a whiteboard or
Parentheses?
something, right? So you got parentheses go first, and
Yeah.
then it's multiplication and division from left to right.
Yeah.
And then it
Yes.
would be addition, subtraction, left to right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. When I was
Yeah.
in school, I was taught the order of operations was fucking parentheses, multiplication, then division, then addition, then subtraction. In that order. Never to change. It doesn't matter where it's at in the fucking formula. That is the method in which you do it. Just for the record, if you do it that way, you get a very different answer than what you guys would have gotten.
No
I'm
shit.
still stuck on how that's different than the first one.
So
Then
the
there's
first,
a then.
yeah. So the first one, right? You got whatever's in parentheses would obviously be your first ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then whatever's left over. So this is the next step in the equation. You look at the overall equation from left to right, division and multiplication. Whatever. So if division's in the front and multiplication's in the back, you go division first, then multiplication.
Oh, I was taught the same way as you then.
Yeah, that's fucking wrong. I was taught.
Oh.
I've been learning that is just
Ooh.
fucking wrong, and that is like the old method.
Oh.
But it's okay. There's a lot of people that learned it like that, which is really weird. But I remember being young, and I was doing an equation, and I needed help with it and stuff like that. My dad tried to come and help me with it, and we basically got into like a little bit of an argument about it because I was taught to do it one way, and I was a child and didn't know how to express that this is what I was taught, and I have to do it this way. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get in trouble because this is what they wanted. But but he was trying to tell me that that's just wrong. That's not how you do it.
But this is what I was taught.
But yeah, okay. So we got the dilemma here, kind of a thing.
So the normal household, old
So
school
my-
versus new school.
Well, the thing is though, is he knew that was the new school way, what he knew. But I was the younger one being taught the old school way.
Oh, your teacher's just retarded.
I blame the fact that I learned it that way on I studied in Hickville. I don't know.
I just kind of look at it, I was like, bro, there was like 1,200 people in the town where I was raised. Like, the fuck you mean? I had fucking textbooks that literally I would open it up and see my mom's name in there. I'd be like, oh, this my mom had this book. All right, cool.
Mom had this book.
Yeah. I open it up and be like, oh, my uncle had this one. This is really cool.
I did do have the uncle and aunt had
Yeah?
this book a
Yep.
few times.
Yep. And you know what? You know what's really sad? I know my brother and sister got it. They were like, hey, I wonder if my brother had this one.
Yep.
Fucking name a list just like this fucking long on who had the fucking book. How long have you guys been using this? When was what year was this published? 1980. Oh. Oh. What is looking ahead in history? Oh. Oh. Never mind. Y2K. Okay.
that's where the history book stops.
So there's not going to be a United States after 2000, or when it turns to 2000, eh? That's kind of rough. All right.
Yeah.
So sitting in the classroom, it's 2010, and I'm reading about it. I'm like, oh, shit. That's rough. Well, good luck, America.
Good luck.
Man, it's gonna be really shitty when this comes around in
Yeah,
Y2K.
God damn. How did we survive this? Is there any more history? The world just ended, huh? Damn.
Yes, that is when the alternate dimensions opened up, Kyle. And this is the reason we have all of the
Are you
Come
sure
on.
that? Are you sure it wasn't 2012? Hear me out, right? Mandela effect.
Oh Lord.
People didn't really
That's
start
what I'm
thinking about it until 2012, after the time when the world was supposed to end, and then all of a sudden, think about it, right? We die. We get shifted into a new timeline. Everything's changed. Mandela effect. People are telling you one thing, they're lying on the other hand. Who knows what's actually real, man? All I know is that the fruit of the loom did have a Capricorn.
Add the fucking corner.
Yep, and they've been lying.
Cornucopia.
They've been fucking lying. Oh yeah, cornucopia, but they've been fucking lying. Doesn't matter.
I was like,
It doesn't matter what it was. They were lying.
Where's you guys' tinfoil hats?
It had the fucking cornucopia, Dawson.
It did have the cornucopia. I remember the cornucopia.
It had it. Somebody found their shirt that had it. They're lying. You're gonna tell me? You're gonna tell me that billboard in fucking Call of Duty was there in bright fucking yellow the whole time?
I don't remember this one.
You don't remember this one?
You have an
I mean,
image?
I feel like I have not heard this Mandela effect one.
Oh boy, do we have to take a little trip? We may have to take you down a little trip, friend.
Trip down memory lane.
A little trip after the old podcast here. We'll dig into Mandela effects so that you can have something to really rant about next time, eh?
I love every time I see one of those, I just send it to Kyle of just like, hey, yo, new one just dropped.
Hey.
New Mandela effect update.
Hey guys, everybody let us know your favorite Mandela effects down below. Make sure you tell us which ones you guys really like, don't like. The ones we may not have heard of, that's important. We're gonna try and break Josh's brain again.
It's not hard. Just give him a cookie.
No, that's a different kind of. No, that's different.
Oh.
Different kind, Josh.
If you give him a quesadilla too, it'll break his brain.
Listen, Dawson.
Unrelated. Again, different. So, are there any games that you guys want to revisit? Since I had to spout off a handful of them,
and then went down a rabbit hole of Mandela.
That was your fault.
How was that my fault?
It's always your fault.
I hadn't come here with a list of revisit games, but I had a little list of like new games that are coming out that I was looking at and or forward to.
Okay, enlighten us.
One of them is Orebound, which is the new Dwarven game that I was telling Dawson about last time.
Looked it up.
Well, give us a little bit more detail on it.
You dig the big mine and you're supposed to defend the big mine. It's a mix of like Hydroneer and Deep Rock Galactic. Of like you can set up automation for defense and stuff like that, and you'll have like little like waves of enemies trying to attack your
it's
mine.
a tower defense.
Not really tower defense.
That's what the genre's called.
That's what the genre's called, is like a tower defense style
kind
game.
of.
Enemies have to travel down a pathway to try and get to the thing that you're trying to defend.
I don't know about
You set
like,
traps
the whole
along the way.
pathway.
You set traps along the way.
Maybe.
You gotta defend the thing.
He's like, why'd you call me out like that, man? What the fuck?
Listen.
Does it play like Orcs Must Die?
Does it play like Bloons tower defense?
No, because you've got a character that you walk around with, so it doesn't play anything like that. Stupid.
Yeah, see?
Okay.
It can't be tower defense, because that's what a tower defense is.
No, one of the Bloons games you can't walk around with.
Which one?
Bloons 3D.
Show. Picks. Let's go.
Give me a minute. We'll be right back.
A new one that I think not Dawson, Kyle would like is Vane, which is it's a new zombie survival that is big Project Zomboid vibes. It looked a lot like Project Zomboid, just 3D. And so it has all of the, different vehicles and stuff that you can run around and get, and like the looting system and stuff like that. Power goes out after a certain amount of like days in game, a lot like Project Zomboid. You have to like figure out food and water sustainability and stuff like that. And they have a free demo that's out. And that's got to release sometime in 2025.
Maybe we check out. Maybe we check out. You said you got the demo, so.
Another one is Long Drive North, which is a like RV survival where it's like 4-player multiplayer. You drive, repair, hunt, and find food, and each person has their own, hunger needs and stuff like that. A lot like subsistences, but it's all about trying to get from like A to B in the RV without having everything go to shit.
Does that one have a demo?
I don't know if that one has. I hadn't looked
Okay.
that far into it yet.
Okay, I got it. Balloons, Tower Defense Battles 2.
So it wasn't the one you said. You lied to us.
It's still Tower Defense.
But you lied to us.
Still Tower Defense.
Josh, you know what to do.
Be gone, what?
Don't leave the nipples on his body.
But there's that, and then there's a new one where you can become the balloon.
What?
You can be the balloon.
What does that even mean? The balloons just travel down the path.
You are the balloon, and you have to survive the monkeys.
Okay. That could be different. You know what that reminds me of, though? That reminds me of Beast Mode in Gears.
Yeah.
Well,
there's also a co-op to that, to where your friend can be the monkey.
It's not co-op.
And then you're the balloon.
That's not co-op. That's multiplayer.
Whatever. Who cares?
Well, there's a difference. Co-op stands for cooperation. Cooperative.
Yeah, you're being cooperative of trying to kill your friend.
I don't think you understand the definition of cooperative.
I don't understand a lot of things.
I think you need help there, Dawson.
Well, after this, I'm gonna go get food.
Okay.
Because I forgot to go grocery shopping yet again. I didn't forget. I more of overslept and was late to this, and now food is an issue.
He admitted it. He admitted it.
He was in fact late.
He said it. It had. Oh, goody. Leroy shows up. Welcome, Leroy.
I can't press. Leroy can't be here that often because there's things in Leroy's programming that he could say that could get me banned.
Yeah.
And it's a
you have to have
button.
a separate like Leroy that's like Leroy's cousin, but it's like a lot of the same, just clean.
That's Christian Leroy.
Yeah, Christian Leroy.
I'll just name him Christian.
Safe for work. Safe for work, Leroy. Oh.
I was like,
boy.
I hit the random button, and it just scares me.
So we can
never hit Leroy on stream.
We can circle back to Dawson's question since he went on a rant about Delta Force.
Oh.
Well, you said, games that failed during Next Fest or flopped that we had tried out and stuff. Was there anything else that anyone tried out that was a big, hard no?
I didn't. Besides the Rust crawler thingy. It was weird. Not a fan.
Oh, was it Sand Dune or whatever?
Yeah, I tried that one. Very weird. Very Rust feely. Like I'm going to get my fucking teeth kicked in at some point.
Well, there's still a handful of demos that I know we didn't get to yet. That was like Permafrost, Streets of Rage 2.
Snyder can't be here, but he can send me memes on Facebook. That bitch.
That's how it be sometimes.
I'm gonna tell him pull up in chat. We gotta roast his ass.
So
I wonder if the fire department finally showed up to pull him out of the bathroom.
Maybe. We'll see. Let me double check that.
That's a hazmat team.
No, nothing. He never replied on that, so we'll have to leave that one where it is. So did we want to give them any final lore before we get out of here? I figure we didn't give them a snippet of lore this time.
For which? Oh, lore.
The ID10T lore.
Whose turn is it? I forgot. We need to.
We could let Josh give your wonderful story.
Oh Lord. Okay, yeah, you can do that.
So this was a couple years back when we were all still in Alaska. We were hanging out over at, I don't know, Dawson's supervisor's house for something. I don't remember what it was. It was some like barbecue or something like that.
I think it was just a little get together.
Yeah. And once we go to leave, his supervisor was like, I don't really like my neighbors all that much. You guys could go ahead and just give her the
Rev bomb.
beans on your
Rev
bikes,
bomb 'em.
Yeah, red bomb. Give him some sauce. Really stick it to the neighbors a little bit.
Note to the lore here is I was riding a Kawasaki with an upgraded muffler exhaust. Josh was on a Harley, and then our other buddy was on a KTM Duke. I think it was a 650. So his wasn't loud, but Josh and I's were loud and annoying.
I also have aftermarket exhaust, nice little
Yeah.
2-to-1 that is spicy.
Mhm.
And so he was like, yeah, just give it some sauce, really stick it to him. And so we're, rev bombing, going to leave, and then we hit the little stop sign, go to turn, and Dawson's like, yeah, I'm gonna give it more beads, and guns it when trying to turn. Wonderful idea, except the fact that the roads are still a little wet, and there's a nice paint strip right there that traction does not work that way, let's just say. And instead of turning the bike like this, he goes slide. And just laid his new bike down and broke
Nothing.
like a light, scrapes on the mirror, and just kind of rolled away from it like, ah!
Me and you remember this story very differently. I remember sliding, going forward slightly, gaining a little bit of speed, and then going over the handlebars because there was a boot mark on my gas tank.
Yeah, you rolled just over the bike.
How you make it sound as I like rolled away from the bike.
He was
No, I went,
entangled in the bike.
Yeah,
Became
no,
He
I
one with
tried
it.
to
I rolled away.
fornicate with the handlebars.
Yeah,
That was a bad idea.
My-
You shouldn't have done that.
fuck that paint strip. landed on my conceal and carry as well when I hit the ground. That was the most damage to my body. And then the most damage that happened to the bike was my the road guard on my handlebar that took 90% of the damage, which was scraped to high hell. But
And your
other
rear
than
light
that,
that broke.
yeah, but luckily that thing had like a little system to where it fucking just hit the ground and bent, and it didn't do much other damage besides that. Like, I love that fucking bike, by the way. I miss that bike. Compared to my fucking Harley and that bike, I miss the Kawasaki.
Well,
Should I give them the other story of how I wrecked this bike? Since we're on the topic of wrecking bikes.
sure, Dawson. We got time. Go for it.
So I was alone in Korea. It was February, which Korea in February is pretty warm coming from Alaska. I mean, it was only like 46 degrees. So me and a group of friends planned to go to IKEA. Well, everybody bailed. So I was like, I'm still going to go to IKEA. It's only like 30 minutes away. And got maybe 5-10 minutes down the fucking road. And it was a 4-lane split down the middle with no barriers or anything. And the issue with Korea is there's a lot of side streets that like to just merge into these lanes. Not really merge, they're just go. Yeah, like highway and then just side street. So one of the side streets, there was a vehicle on. I planned accordingly for the vehicle, so I got into the leftmost lane. Fucking Korean did not. I don't know if he didn't see me. I don't know anything because afterwards, the guy ran. But he turned, went immediately to the leftmost lane, and I'm witnessing this, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll hit the fucking brakes. So I lock the brakes up, and I'm going too fast at this point, and where he turned I gotta stop sitting sideways. I was about here, and then he came, and by the time I hit the brakes, it was fucked. He hit the front end of my bike, which caused me to either have about a split second decision between go underneath his car of the wheel well or go into oncoming traffic. which was either definitely going to die, probably going underneath this car, or maybe death, because the next car up in the oncoming lane was a little bit down the way. So I chose other lane of traffic, lost control of the bike. It fell sideways. I went again over the handlebars, but at the same time, getting my foot caught underneath the bike, running myself over and sliding about 5 feet as the bike slid 15 feet. So now there's a great, lovely road rash mark on my gas tank where the bike slid. It cost me $6,000 to fix it just to make it roadworthy again because he cracked the entire front end of the bike.
Thanks for ruining my dream bike.
Yeah, well, it still needs fixed. But I was when I got up, the dude got out of the car, tried to talk to me. He's Korean, I'm English. We can't fucking talk to one another. So I'm like, stay, police coming. Like trying to fucking play charades with this guy. Can't find my phone because I have a little phone attachment on my motorcycle. Can't find the phone. So another Korean comes up and was like, hey, are you okay? I'm like, call police. I eventually am able to take a step and realize that I have run over my own foot. I can't walk on one foot now. I thought it was broken. I didn't know what was going on, but according to Korean law and United States, we cannot leave the scene of a accident at all until police show up to give us a report. In the time of me talking to the other Korean and me trying to get the bike back up into a standing position so it doesn't leak fuel everywhere, the guy gets back in his car and takes off. If the guy would have stayed, I wouldn't have had to pay for shit because I eventually learned after the fact that when talking to the police that if he would have gotten caught, he would have had to pay to fix the bike and damages down the road. So that meaning he had to pay for any medical, any treatment, anything like that, plus anything future cause. They were saying that my payout would have been about $30,000 USD. So I was pissed because there were no cameras that witnessed the event. The guy ran. I didn't get a license plate number. Fucker got away.
Bet you don't ride without a GoPro anymore.
Bro, I don't. If I get hit, the first thing I do is take a picture. Even if the GoPro fucking gets smashed. Yeah, no, I don't ride without some sort of fucking recording device.
Gotta love it.
Fucking. But to fix the tank, I think it's going to be another $6,000
Oh boy.
because the paint job on it is a limited edition.
Yeah,
Two
my dream bike.
two-tone paint. In the daylight, it looks red. At night, it's black.
Well, now that we've gotten both the boys quite riled up, is there anything else you guys got, or you think we're
I
good to
got
get out of
nothing.
here? Josh?
I ain't got much left. That's about it.
Yeah, nothing left in the old brain.
Nah, dude, that shit was empty ages ago.
All right. Well, it
Next
looks like...
next episode we'll have Snyder back. Hopefully, I'm just continuing since we don't have anything. Next episode, Snyder will be back. We'll do our anime session as well.
Oh yeah, we got to get caught up on Dan to Dan.
Yeah, we got to get caught up on Dan to Dan because we haven't watched the last like 3 episodes that have been released.
Very true. So next episode's recording will be on the 16th.
Anime. Yes.
So you guys
Right
can
after
check out.
payday.
You guys can check out the stream live while we're recording this over on Dawson 102's channel, The Redheaded Stepchild. We'll have the link down in the description. We start at 11:30. Well, we try to start at 11:30 Central Time recording, which would be 12:30 Eastern. You know, adjust off of that as you must. You know, some people in Germany, they can't figure out times. But
Time
anyways,
is difficult, all right?
Anyways, that's all we got for you guys this week. We really appreciate you guys hanging out and watching. If you guys want to see more, we will have the video eventually uploaded on YouTube. I believe it'll be on Monday if everything goes without an issue. And on that, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.